Coming to you from my current location, I'm Bob Rupert with the Oracle Groundbreakers team. And my guests this morning are two gentlemen behind a series of webinars that actually started last week. Oracle ACE Director and Groundbreaker Ambassador Lucas Helema and Oracle ACE Director and Groundbreaker Ambassador Rolando Carrasco. Gentlemen, good morning.
Hey,
good morning to you, Bob.
How are you?
Tell me about this webinar series. The first one actually happened last week, but they're all going to be available on demand. The next one is tomorrow. That will be actually Wednesday, June the 17th. Tell me what's going on in these webinars.
Well, the main thing that's going on is the hands-on. The whole series started around a set of code scenarios that we developed where our colleagues, our own customers, and now the wider community can go to walk through scenarios that show them different parts of services on OCI, on Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. And these scenarios allow you to execute code snippets that are actually executing against an Oracle Cloud tenancy. And in doing so, take you through storage service, compute service, Kubernetes service, serverless functions, etc. And the whole series takes these scenarios as the core, as a starting point. We introduce the topics, we introduce the services, we demonstrate the scenarios, and then we have the participants go through the scenarios themselves.
It was an effort that actually Lucas started, and he's the one who did most of the scenarios. I kind of helped him. There are, I think now we have 16 original.
Yeah.
I think there were like 8 or so. So we've been increasing them to the point that now we have 16. So I've been supporting Lucas on this, creating some of those scenarios and following him on his idea about sharing this through a webinar series and make it publicly and so on. But in the other hand, I think our main goal is to reach 2 or at least 2 different type of groups. One group is a group of people or organizations who already have an OCI tenancy and they want to use or explore another services that they currently do not use. And the other group is people who is looking around about a cloud platform, and probably they are looking to create cloud native based applications and they are not familiar with Oracle's offering. And this is a good way to get engaged with it because they can test it, they can prove it, and they can finalize the scenarios with a smile in their faces because they can see that this really works. So that's kind of our perspective.
So walk me through a typical one of these webinars. What does an attendee need to participate in one of these things, first of all?
The main thing they need is to register beforehand, to have a browser. When they register, their email address gets whitelisted for getting a trial tenancy on Oracle Cloud. They would need that for doing the hands-on. And then they can basically first sit back and relax to see us, to watch us introduce the services, to see us explain each of the services and the details of the hands-on scenario. And they can themselves, all through the code scenario, they provide, and we explain that, of course, in the first seminar, they provide the configuration details for their tenancy. And then the scenario will take them all the way through the creation of a service instance, the development, creation of application components that run on that service, and finally also to run and monitor whatever the service is doing.
Who else from the community is involved in these webinars?
The 6th one is on Oracle Digital Assistant, and that one will be created and presented by Ruben Rodriguez, and he's also a member of what we call the REAL Alliance, or the Red Expert Alliance, which is a collaboration effort between 8 or 9 different Oracle consulting partners on different continents, and we typically get together to share expertise, experiences, to work together on customer engagements, and now we also have created this series of seminars and these scenarios and share them with the wider community.
Now, Rolando, on the sessions that you're doing solo, what will you be talking about?
I will be talking about Oracle Kubernetes Engine, which is part, obviously, of this set of webinars. And in particular, I wanted to showcase this because, Kubernetes is pretty much popular platform, if you will. Mm-hmm. But besides being popular, it's a very powerful platform, and there is a lot of development around it. Cloud providers offer it as a core of their offering. So I just thought that it was good to put this as part of the series because people can realize that Oracle is pretty much in the same direction in terms of Kubernetes. So I will be talking about this service, and actually people is going to deploy a small Kubernetes cluster, which is good. So if they haven't done that before, then this is a good opportunity to do it. And they will deploy a set of services at the same time. So everything I think you can do it in less than 60 minutes. So it is good if you are a person who would like to test it, then in less than 60 minutes, you can get up and running everything that we are going to deploy in Caracora. Yeah.
And people will see how painless it is and how easy it is to make use of this managed Kubernetes service as opposed to having to install it in your own environment. Kubernetes can be extremely complex, and Rolando will be showing how easy it can be to at least get going with it.
In your solo sessions, Lucas, what will you be talking about?
I think session 5, I will be talking about monitoring OCI and
NoSQL database.
Yeah, that's, I think, in the 3rd session. We'll talk about more advanced concepts around serverless applications and Oracle Functions, and how Oracle Functions ties into the NoSQL database service with the Oracle Stream service. And I hope to also still create a scenario for using the notification service with functions, because that allows you to do an asynchronous request between functions. And now I'm diving a little bit too deep, perhaps. That's something I only realized quite recently, but something I would also like to share in the seminar. And I think there must be something else in the 5th one, but I'm not entirely sure
Terraform.
What it is. Terraform, yeah. Oh, the 5th one is about operation, on the cloud operations. So a part of it is monitoring, and part of it is automation, if you like. So provisioning cloud resources using Terraform is extremely interesting and important topic.
Now, this series runs every Wednesday through, I believe it's July the 15th.
Yeah, I think so. It's 6 parts in total.
Okay. And they'll all be available on demand after?
Yeah,
okay.
They will be.
Are there plans to continue this series?
I think yes, because there are 2 things that in my head are relevant for continue doing this. Is first of all, the Caracora scenarios are going to be there. So everyone in the world who wants to do that, they can do it without the webinar itself. So they can continue doing it. So work is going to continue after this because the Caracora scenarios are going to be there. And secondly, I think Oracle is going to continuously deliver new services within their cloud. So they are candidates to be part of this. So we would like to continue, and then probably instead of having 16, probably we can incorporate as much as we can, and we can have a pretty strong catalog of Caracora scenarios. So the short answer is yes, or I think it would be yes, and I will be more than happy to continue collaborating with Lucas on doing this.
Same here.
Great. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. It sounds like an interesting series. I will make sure that all the pertinent links and everything are down in the video description. And we'll also end up doing a blog post around this too, I think. So people will have a chance to get all the information they need. Again, good luck with the series. Thank you so much for your time. And I look forward to what you're going to do next.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you.